Hi everyone, and welcome back to another edition of In the Kitchen with Pen. Now, if you've been following for a while, you may have seen my video on making a Christmas present of a cookie jar. So I made this up, didn't gift it because I'm mean, so I thought today I would actually show you, just in case you were gifted one, show you exactly how to make it, despite the fact that all the instructions are on there. I hope whoever gifted it to you did leave the instructions. So, fancy making some chocolate cookies? Yeah? Come on in whilst we make them. I'm just tipping the contents of the jar into a large bowl, and had to get a spoon out because the brown sugar made it become quite compact. Now, if you remember, this jar wasn't quite big enough to hold everything, so I have the remaining chocolate chip cookies that wouldn't fit. If you do decide to make this, please use a 1 litre jar. Okay, so we need to give this a bit of a mix around and make sure that we've got no big clumps of sugar. I have my oven preheated to 190. Sorry, my voice is going. Oh, by the way, new apron. See it? Ninja. I've got my oven preheated to 190C. If you're using a fan oven, you need to have yours set at 170C. Right, so we've got that mix. Now in here I have 170 grams of melted butter. I have a teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. Now if you can't get vanilla bean paste, just use vanilla extract, it's the same. Just don't use essence. Essence is nasty. Don't use vanilla essence. So 170 grams of melted butter, teaspoon or so of vanilla, and 1.5 eggs. And now all we have to do is to pour this into there and mix. Now this really couldn't be any easier, could it? We want to get rid of all the floury bits, so keep turning to make sure everything is covered. And once this is done, we'll be back and showing you how to put them on the baking trays ready to cook. Now I have lined my baking tray. You don't have to, as long as you've greased it well. Can you see how gorgeously glistening this is? If you're dairy free, you can obviously use some dairy free chocolate chips, and instead of the melted butter, use a vegan butter or even oil. So all we're going to do now is to just plonk, I'm going to be using my favourite word, dollops of the mixture onto the baking tray. You know, don't be stingy. Everybody wants to know that they've got a nice chewy, hopefully chewy, chocolate chip cookie, don't they? So, I'd say in the recipe about a tablespoon. I think I'm going slightly more here. But I guess we'd all be surprised if I did stick to the recipe, wouldn't we? Right. And these, then, they'll find their own way. You don't have to worry about them being perfectly round or just don't worry about them. They'll literally find their own way, how they want to sit and go. So, all that I do now is pop them in the preheated oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. So we'll come back when they're cooked. Well, the timer is about to go off and we'll see how they look. I had a little bit of mixture left, so I thought I'd give it a go in. There we go, timer's up. Computer, stop. So I thought I'd give some a go in the Ninja Grill, and we'll have a look at those too. But for now, let's get these ones out. Well, they may be not perfectly round, but I don't want a perfectly round cookie. I want a cookie that tastes good. And I will be honest, they smell absolutely delightful. I have another tray over here. Hang on, I'll just get those out. There. So this mix makes about 12 cookies. But what you want to do is you want to leave them on the tray for a few moments just so that they can set up, and then you'll put them onto a cooling rack. So once that has happened, we will be back and we will do the all important taste test. Now this one I don't mind doing. Oh, I'm going to let you look at these because I think they're going to be a disaster, darling. Yes, as I thought. I don't even think they're quite cooked. So what I'll do is I'll put these ones, can you see? Yes, you can. I'll put these ones on again, but I will do them on bake as they were, and we'll go right down to, I think we'll go 140, just for 5 minutes. Okay, and we'll see. But as I said, we will be back for the all-important taste test in a while. Well, they have all cooked. They have all sat on the trays for a little while, and they've been sitting on the cooling rack for a while. And let me just, they smell lovely. Please use a good quality chocolate chip. These are ones that I buy in Costco and they are brilliant, but I actually think a mix of dark and milk chocolate would work even better. So what now? Oh no, I know, it's a taste test. Oops. Well, here we go. As they set up and cool, they will go a little bit harder, but they will be quite harder, but they will be quite soft. They will. So let's just break a bit off of this. Oh my goodness, you can see all that lovely melted chocolate. Honest to goodness, beautiful. Just what you need on a windy, miserable Saturday afternoon. And I'm going to carry on eating this. Sorry while I had a moment there. I'd just like to say, I hope you've enjoyed this video. You don't have to make this recipe up as jars. You could make it up in bags and store it in your larder or in your food cupboard, and just when the fancy takes you. You saw how easy and quick it was to come together. So, you know, have a few bags made up in the larder ready for this. Or if the kids come visiting and the grandchildren want to bake, well, there's really very little measuring and there's no mess, and trust me, they'll adore these. So on that note, I'd just like to thank you for being with me in the kitchen with Pen. If you've liked the video, give us a thumbs up. If you like what we're doing, don't forget to subscribe. Any comments, just write them down below. I'm more than happy to reply. And if this is the first time that you've seen us and you think, interesting, ding that bell down below and you'll be notified every time we, because there's me and Steve, put on a new video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye.